Good morning, welcome back to winter. It's freezing today, hence having a hat on. I've got a few things I need to sort. Fish are still on it. The heat pump's been on all morning. I wouldn't say it's struggling, but it is on a lot more, as we talked about last week. Especially the wind today, it's a cold wind, so obviously I'm losing a lot. I am going to be, later on this week, I'm going to put the covers on. Can't be doing with it, and then I can keep the temp up a bit without panicking and flapping about the cost. Because when I got up this morning, as some of you know, I've been watching my electric smart meter. Normally when I get up in the morning it's around about £1. I got up this morning, it was on £3.50, so the heat pump has been on all night, and the Xbox and the TV and all that jazz in the kids' rooms. Anyway, so yeah, heater's definitely going on. Covers definitely going on. I'm going to make it so I can flap the last two back. I think like someone commented on Saturday's video about that the fish are always down that end anyway, which they pretty much are. And I'll get the cover on the shower and 3 or 4, well, I'll get all the panels on, but I'll make it so I can fold the end two back and I can leave them open in the day if so required, and over night time I can keep it covered up, because obviously I'm losing heat as quick as I can put it in at the minute, because probably could have had a bigger heat pump, but beggars can't be choosers. It came up second hand and I bought it that way. Probably in hindsight should have probably gone bigger. So anyone looking for a heat pump, definitely get a bigger one, because the flow is the issue. Obviously I haven't got a huge flow going through it. I don't know how much water's going through it. I've just got the outlet temperature 2 degrees higher than the inlet temperature. So if the water's going in at 17.5 degrees, it's actually heating the water to 19.5. And obviously because it's a slower flow through it, it's going to take a while for it to heat the whole pond up, and because it's cool or cold depending on where you are, it's losing it just as quick as it's putting in, hence it being on for a long time. So plans for this week are that. So I've just come over to get some food, got my food bin out. That is all I've got left. So I was just trying to work out how much food I've gone through this year. I would have thought up till now, so where are we, September 26th, 27th, something like that, I reckon I've had 4 bags of food this year. Holy smokes, what's about between 50 and 60 kilos. I purchased 3, and I had some food from over winter and stuff I'd left. So wow, it's a lot of money as well. It's probably, I don't know, 70 quid a bag. Sorry to the people. Sorry, £5 a bag koi food. Oops, sorry. Anyway, yeah, so quite a lot of money there in food, and just the amount they've had. And there's a lot of people saying I've not been feeding a lot, but obviously I don't know, do I need to be feeding more? I think defo next year, as long as I get my revamp sorted, and I'm still going to look into getting this removable cover system thought about a lot more. Definitely, and I talked about it all of this year, didn't I, about getting a auto feeder. Did I bother? No, I didn't. Money going elsewhere on other things, but I'm gonna invest in one of them 100% next year. Once all my pond revamp's done, I'm gonna get that in, well, at the time, get that up and running as part of all them costs. Even more money for food next year. But so yeah, just having a bit of a reality check about the amount of food that I've used, and this is going to be the last lot. Oh, I don't even know if it's going to last a week. I need to get on the case today. There's not a lot in fact there's some other pellets in the bottom there, look. Some bigger ones from somewhere. The last lot of the Aqua Source stuff probably. So I'm going to get this in there, give the koi some brunch. They've had breakfast, but I like to give them brunch. And for all you cyclists out there, I'm off-roading today. I need to get my mountain bike out in a few jars with a couple of friends. That's my Saturday, and then probably a Chinese takeaway, because that's how we roll. Anyway, right, let's get this food sorted, and I'm going to forget to order it, aren't I? I'm going to make a little note now on my phone and send me a reminder tomorrow. I'm going to get that ordered, and that'll be early part of next week, won't it? And I'm going to continue with what I'm feeding, which is the JPD Shogun. It's a wheat germ based food anyway, so I don't need to worry about changing my food over for winter. So that's what I'm just going to continue feeding now. The temperatures are less, well, I say temps are less. The pond's still at, I think I checked a minute ago, 18 and a bit degrees. It's obviously slightly rising up to the 19 before the heat pump turns off. It's just freezing. What's going on? Can summer come back? I remember moaning about it being too hot a few days. Can I have that back, please? Because it's freezing now. Right, anyway, get this sorted. Catch you later. Bye. A week? That's not going to last a week, is it? That's like 2 days. I need to get on that today. Mind you, still not getting there any quicker. Look at me thinking that's going to last a week. Couple of days. What am I doing? Anyway, bye. Morning. I'm good about it. Got sniffles. Going overcast. It's chilly. I've got a hat on. I've decided this morning is going to be the morning I put the covers on. Because the heater is just, so it's not struggling, but it is just on constant, because I'm losing the heat from the water as quick as I can get it in, and I want to keep some warmth in there for as long as possible, and as cheap as possible. Not made of money, just a window cleaner, remember. So yeah, I'm going to put the covers on, cover the shower as per usual, and then hopefully, I'm not even sure if it's been off actually the last couple of days. So I don't know whether it had gone off at any point within the time I was in bed. And it's on when I get up in the morning. It's been on all morning so far today. It's about 12 o'clock at the minute. So it's just over 19 degrees. I don't know if that's, I want to keep it at this kind of temperature as cheap as possible for as long as possible. So looking at next week's forecast, again, daytime temps anywhere sort of 14-15 degrees a week, and then nighttime temps down to about sort of 10, maybe a bit lower. I still haven't ordered any food. I need to get that sorted. So yeah, that's today's plan. Dig the covers out, get them on. Issue free, hopefully. I'll just drag them out. Because of the wind, it's just blown everything all over the place. So, it should hopefully just be a case of getting them out from here. Give them a bit of a clean up as per usual, get my frame out and get them on. Right, get my jet wash. I'll get my jet wash. Get my jet wash out. Do it over here. Get them blasted and get them on. Doesn't take particularly long to do it. I mean, for those of you that have been here a while, you know how it works. Just a timber frame around the outside, with a support beam across the middle, and then I screw the actual polycarb sheets down onto the frame, just stop it blowing away. Probably going to take me about an hour to do it in total. So I'm going to crack on with that right now. Right, back with you in a bit. Frame on. So it's not airtight, it is literally just to stop the wind blowing on the surface of the pond and just retain some of the heat. Right, so I've just cleaned all the sheets, get them on. I've just had to nip out to the tool station, get some more of the, it's called an all-weather tape. It's like UV resistant and stuff, because I need to replace all of that bit. If you can see, it's gone yucky, and the hinge section is where I use the tape, so we'll leave that there. I'm trying to remember what order to put them in. I did have, if you remember, probably last winter, I did number them all, but it just sort of comes off, doesn't it? Right, can't remember which one's first. Hey-ho, we'll work it out. Probably that shorter one. Yeah, anyway, right, crack on. So far so good. I even found some end cap bits that I had over the back of there. So normally, for those of you that haven't seen, but I'm sure most of you have, this one isn't fixed. And I fold it back like that. Or actually this isn't fixed either, and I can move these two. I think the plan is to completely cover it up over night time, or when the temps are looking a bit low. And I haven't actually screwed that bottom one down there either, so I'm going to fold this back that way, if I can do it one-handed, like that. And I'm going to slide that one as well over the top here, so it gives me 50% of the pond visible, so I can see them. They've not been happy actually. Obviously been drilling and cutting and chucking bits and bobs over. They're swimming around like lunatics, but that's just where it is at the minute. So last bit to do is the shower thing. This is always the trickiest bit, just purely because I've got to try and wedge that one under the inlet pipe of the shower, that bit with the cutout there, and the other bit just flaps around and then just tape it over. This is going to cause me some stress. I'll take the camera around there just so I can moan in a minute that I can't do it, or I've ripped it, or it's taking forever. Let's see how long it takes. Hopefully minutes. Right, yeah, so just that bit. Then as soon as I've got my jet wash out, I'm going to have a quick lift of my filter bay thing and have a quick look in the drum and just give it a quick once over with the jet wash inside, because there's bound to be some stuff stuck on the waste chute as per normal. So I'll do that, and then if I get any more time, that tape on the top of the roof, I don't know if that's on it or not, just renew that tape bit, because the back part, that little end cap bit at the back's fallen off as well. With all the pond alterations, I'm still keeping the roof. In fact, we're keeping the whole structure, and more on that soon. But rather than completely dismantle it, we're going to rig up a lift or a hoist for a reason that you'll find out later. Not later today, later video. I'm not giving anything away yet. So yeah, so the roof structure is completely stand, so I can seal this up, and it's not going to be a waste of my time renewing all the tape and stuff like that on the top, so I can do that because it is going to still be here with the pond alterations. Right, anyway, I'm putting it off. Hopefully it should just take 5 minutes, but it's me, could take forever, I don't know. I'm sure that'll make a huge difference as well, having the shower covered up, because the wind comes in from this way, that way, well, it is at the minute, so there's no shelter until the wind switches direction. I don't even know what way that is. East? Easterly? When it's a northerly, I've got a bit more protection because it will be coming from over this way somewhere. And obviously I've got all the plants there, fence, hedge, it's a little bit more protection from the wind, but It's cold, it doesn't really matter, does it? Anyway, right, let's crack on. Let's do this. Get it done. Literally 2 minutes later. All done. But I've left the lid, or the top part, not really a lid, but the top part, I've left that down there somewhere. I'll just get that. I'm going to do it, otherwise I'll say I'll do it tomorrow. And what will happen is, I won't do it tomorrow. I'll leave that there. Right, I'll be back. Here we go again. All the ladder lovers out there. What's me? Not the ladder. I'm safe, I think. Yeah, so what I'm going to do here, this tape, look at it. I thought this was the UV rated stuff, but this has gone horrible. So I'm just going to, what I've done to this side, just cut the edge off and then put this over it again. It just stops this end bit coming off, because somehow the wind seems to get under it and blow it off. It's annoying. Anyway, another 2-minute job hopefully ticked off. Machine today, you know it. Right, catch you in a minute. Tick it off, another one done. Even replaced that button that had just disappeared. All good, all good. And I'm still up the ladder. On it today. Right, let's have a quick look in the drum. There should be nothing in there, just the normal sticky stuff on the back of the waste chute. Like I said a minute ago, I'd have thought. We'll have a look anyway, because I've got all the gear out. Just the machine today. Right, see you in a minute. Don't ask me why. I'm standing on the drum, just giving it a quick zhuzh with the jet wash. Oh, really fell off. I'm just going to turn it around a bit with the manual button and then just give it a bit of a blast. It's surprising what else actually you can get out by doing this. And the few times that I've done it, I tend to do it twice a year. It's over there, you can see what. Couldn't see anything on the waste chute. There was just a little bit of build up of some slimy weed muck about there and about there. That's it. You can see on the inside actually it's bits just in them kind of crevices that get stuck. Safer if I was down from here, but hey, rocking and rolling today. Anyway, so I'm happy with that. Screen's all good. Front build up on the inside, which I've had before. The lens is all dirty, but I'm nearly done. Gotta get down safely now. I'm just wondering why I've got no water going in. I've got it in the. This is me trickle in just here, isn't it? This pipe. Just wondered why there wasn't any going in, but I've got me pressure washer linked to it. Right. Happy days. Put it all back together. One time for a cup of tea. Catch you later. Don't look as good, does it? But it'll be interesting to see what, if any, difference it makes to the amount the heat is on. As I say, it's been on pretty much constantly for the last couple of days now. must have gone off. I can't imagine that it's been on 24/7 since Friday, but if it's going off, it'll be late at night and no doubt be coming on pretty soon as well because of the heat loss. So I'm keeping an eye on it. So I'm intrigued to see if it's going to make any difference. I'd like to think it will, bearing in mind the amount of cost of polycarb, and I've been wasting my time over the years. Hopefully not, but we'll see. So it's more aimed at night times, or if it's going to be cold in the day. Bear in mind, I'm out of work all day anyway, so and the clocks change obviously next month, October something, don't they? So really it's only of a weekend that I'm really going to miss having the pond being open. Maybe even one of those days, because I'll be out on my bike all of Saturday normally, or a Sunday. So, you know, swings and roundabouts. It is nice just to come home and see the pond and the fish rather than looking at that, but if it saves me a few quid, I'm up for it. As I say, I'm not going to be here. I'm out at work in the week, and when the clocks change, it's dark early and dark, well, it's dark in the morning when you get up, and it's dark when you get in from work if you work normal kind of hours in the day. Right, anyway, all packed up apart from the mess. Can't be bothered to pick that lot up, just that wasn't me. Catch you later. To be quiet because it's very early, people are still sleeping. It's about 7:15 in the morning. And the heat pump's off. That's good news. Steam now though. It's the first morning for I don't know, 3-4 days where it's not been on. There are the fishes. So there was me saying about, is it definitely going to be worthwhile? Well, day one there, proven. But covers have made an absolute massive difference last night. I don't know what the temp is at. I'll have a quick look. I'll get up there with me. Still being quiet because people are sleeping. So we're at 19 degrees. So that's good. Could do with it coming on actually, so I'm going to leave the covers off. Could obviously, for it to warm the pond back up to, I don't know, 19.5 degrees I think is where it normally sits at. It doesn't come on till about 18.5, maybe 18. Anyway, happy about that. Go inside, have my breakfast and go to work. Catch you later. Hello. Remembered my food. Well, it's not my food. Koi's food. I'm going to continue. I'm going to continue feeding this, the JPD Shogun. Through winter. And probably definitely spring next year, maybe even just all year round. I don't know yet. Probably mess around with food next year again, but that's after all the adjustments. Hopefully that are done next year. Hopefully. Right, so covers. I can't believe how much difference it's made. Like, ridiculous. Obviously we all know covering a pond, wind chill, you know, heat escaping and all that rubbish. Although the heat pump's on today, Air temp is about, I've just been out of the car, it's saying 12.5 degrees, so it's not a particularly warm day today. But this is the first time it's been on for 2 days. My electricity bill has been absolutely nuts. I'm now making sure when she's not around, so I can say, putting the heating on in the house. Why are we heating the house? We need to heat the pond. It's not the house. So my gas and electricity the last few days has been like £3.50 total for everything: pond, house, computer room, Xbox and all that rubbish. So definitely doing its thing. Obviously the heater is coming on to top up. The temperature does sort of go down a few degrees, but it takes 2 or 3 days to lose the temp, and then it spends probably half a day topping the temperature back up. So I don't normally cover the pond in winter, but this is the first year that I've been heated for, I don't know, 8-9 years, something like that. And yeah, massive difference. I'm sure that as well, cover over the shower, is making a huge difference as well. And just in general, it's keeping the heat within the pond longer. So glad I made the decision to put them on. Obviously it's not the best thing to look at in the world, is it? But as I say, even over the course of this week, it saved me probably, well, it would have been 20-30 quid probably this week, heating costs. So it's been next to nothing. The pond is now holding 19 degrees. I did drop it 1 degree before I put the covers on. Where's the thermometer? It's there. Well, it's actually about 20. Because obviously it heats a little bit above what you set it for. It's actually nice putting your hand in the water and not freezing cold. We've had, again, probably like most of the UK, although the sun is sort of coming out today, it's been a bit spitty. We seem to hit the first official day of autumn and then it was just carnage. We've had rain, wind, very nearly been frosty here. Evening temps have been down to sort of 3-4 degrees. In fact, I woke up the other morning, I thought there was a very light frost, but there wasn't. It was actually when everything's very dewy. I'm looking on the top of here and it looked like it was frost, but as I say, it wasn't. But it's been very cold of an evening time, and this is where having some covers on massively helps to retain any kind of heat that you've got in the water. So I'm glad I did it, but you know, it's not the end of the world. I've had a good run, and if I can keep it at this kind of temperature for maybe another month, I don't know, maybe even more, as soon as even daytime temps start dropping as well, and then me costs increase even with the covers on, I will start to drop the pond down a bit. But so yeah, I'm glad, well, I'm glad I've got the heater, and I'm glad I put the covers on now, even though it's not the nicest thing to look at. So if you're not covered, I'm sure, I know, looking on Facebook and some of the chat groups and stuff, there is people all over the place been putting covers on this week because the weather's just been junk. So yeah, worthwhile investment. If you think, I don't know how much a polycarb would have cost me, a couple of £100. Obviously I've had the polycarb forever, but even if you're buying it for a new pond, you're going to be getting your money back more than your buyback will be probably a few months over winter of being covered than if you weren't covered, because of the cost of your heating. You're just basically heating the atmosphere, aren't you? Especially if the heater can't keep up, because you're losing it as quick as you're putting it in. So yeah, well happy. Fish looking really good. As you can see, they're still smashing the food. So that's my plan. I'm not planning to change the world with heating it. It's literally just to slightly extend the summer temperature period, and probably well into October. Well, it's October today, but hopefully for the next 2-3 weeks, still keeping it around about 19 degrees. And then as soon as daytime temps, I'll lower the heater to suit, because I don't want to be trying to hold 19 all winter. It's not going to be possible. Well, it would be possible, but it would cost a lot of money, and I don't want to chuck an absolute fortune at it. There's going to be a cost, but you know, it's within reason, if that's possible with koi, because nothing's really reasonable, is it? I'm talking about reasonable. It's costed me, I've never worked this out before, it's actually cost me over £10 a week to feed the fish. Sorry people that are watching with their other halves and a bit more cost conscious than me. Well, I am cost conscious, but geez, I didn't realise it was quite that much. But so absolutely crazy, and that's without an auto feeder, which I'm going to be getting on next year, defo. But I was looking at the fish the other day, and definitely a few of them definitely are looking really good, and I've put on some decent size, sort of body size and length. It'll be interesting next year when I have another measure up of them all. Obviously I've got them all out for the virtual koi show, so I'm not going to get them out again till next year, and then have another measure up just to see where we're at. And definitely there's a few. I mean, the Gimring Kitsuri is flying at the minute. It's probably done the best out of everyone, sort of with the amount of size it's put on. And there it is. So yeah, that's it for this week. Loads of jobs done this week, and there's been a few videos out, hopefully you've seen them. So me second part of my Adam Buyer video was out a couple of days back, so if you haven't seen that, that's up here. I've also did a quick information video that will be out. I just need to get that uploaded and edited. You might have already seen it, if not, it will be the early part of next week. Literally it's just 5 or 6 minutes of me chatting about where we're at so far with it. Not a huge amount to report, obviously, because we're just waiting for next year and the fish to grow. But that, as I say, that will either be out now and you've seen that already, if I've got my ass into gear and sorted it, or you'll see it the very early part of next week. I filmed it, I just need to get it off my GoPro now and then uploaded, and obviously my normal diary effort, taken off the GoPro then uploaded. So busy, always busy. That's right, isn't it, Thomas Penderville? I'm always busy. How do I even have time to function as a human being? I don't know, because I'm just always busy, but I do. Anyway, thanks for watching this week. As I say, a lot going on, bit of a long video probably. Anyway, I'm sure most people will be happy with that. And I am thinking about getting my pond adjustment video sorted. I've got a few ideas for that, so that will be in the next week or two as well, and I'll reveal all my dodgy sketch. Anyway, so thanks for watching. I will catch you all next weekend for another diary. Remember, if you haven't already, a thumbs up will be fantastic, and if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. Getting way more views than subscribers, so I really would like to try and push them numbers. I'm approaching 5,000 people. See if I can do that in the next couple of weeks. Well, that would be brilliant. So anyone watching that's not subscribed and you've got a YouTube account, please subscribe. Do me a favour, help me get to 5k. Massive milestone for me. Anyway, thanks for watching. Catch you next week. Bye.